Bron does not want to play in the All-Star game.
He's going to get voted in.
So listen, all you people out there that's going to vote for Bron, save your vote.
Damn. You can't get 3 from the Lakers. You can't get 3 from the Lakers.
AR is going to make.
So it's
Bron didn't even play in the All-Star game last year.
Bron is in the All-Star
Bron is not in the All-Star game this year. Bron is not in the All-Star game. For what? Bron does not want to play in the All-Star game.
He's going to get voted in.
So listen, all you people out there that's going to vote for Bron, save your vote.
Damn.
He didn't play in it last year.
Damn.
Why would you expect him to play this year?
I can't bring 3 from the Lakers, though.
For the first time in over 2 decades, LeBron James isn't starting in the NBA All-Star game, and the internet is in absolute shambles. 21 straight years, and the streak is officially dead. Even with a combined following of over 200 million, his fans couldn't keep him in the lineup. The online meltdown is totally wild. Even crazier, Bronny James somehow managed to snag votes too. People are losing their minds like the world is ending. LeBron stans are in full panic mode, crying, making excuses, blaming the league, the system, anything but the actual reality. And the truth is simple. This is the beginning of the end. It's almost poetic. Honestly, be real for a second. Did LeBron actually deserve a starting spot? Or are people just refusing to accept the decline of a 41-year-old legend who isn't the player he used to be?
But outside of Skip Bayless, most people respected LeBron James through his first 6 or 7 years of his NBA career. But over time, that respect slowly turned to resentment. Not jealousy, resentment. Eventually, that resentment turned into positive heat. When he was in Miami, LeBron James revitalized the NBA by becoming their biggest villain. People were paying to see him lose. But over the last few years, the positive heat has turned into go-away heat. And with voting for the All-Star game being closed now, NBA fans have sent a clear message to the league. The go-away heat has turned into fans wanting LeBron James to get off my TV.
Breaking news, folks. LeBron James is not an all-star starter for the first time in 21 years. Let that marinate. 21 years. The streak is toast. Finished. History. And the reaction from his fan base is absolutely dramatic. You've got people posting, "Don't call or text me today," like they just lost a family member. SportsCenter, Bleacher Report, every outlet is pushing this narrative like it's the biggest scandal in basketball history. And to be fair, it is a big deal. But here's the kicker. LeBron has nearly 200 million followers across Instagram and Twitter. In this era, where fans vote directly through social media, he should be untouchable. So, how does a man with that kind of digital influence fail to secure the bag? How does someone that famous end up with less than 1 million votes? Meanwhile, guys like Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and even Steph Curry, who LeBron's fans love to hate, completely smoked him in the polls. The fans spoke loud and clear. No thanks.
Headline at the Daily Mail. LeBron James hit with brutal NBA snub in the twilight of his career. Since 2005, LeBron James has not only made the All-Star game every season, he's also been in the starting lineup. 21 consecutive years, LeBron James has been the star amongst stars at the All-Star game, a record that more than likely will never be broken. But this year, LeBron James barely made the top 15. As you can see, he was 8th in voting in the Western Conference. But overall, there were 13 players in the NBA that received more votes than LeBron James.
He was the league's top dog, the guy the cameras were glued to, the center of the media universe. But the numbers aren't lying anymore. Remember earlier this season when TV ratings actually went up for games LeBron didn't play in? That was the first red flag. When the product is more watchable without you, something is wrong. Then came the second sign. The Lakers actually look better without him on the floor. They started the season on fire, going something like 15-4. They were playing fast, hustling on defense, and looking like a team that actually gave a damn. Then LeBron came back, and suddenly, it's chaos again.
I'm not gonna lie. LeBron James is cooked and washed, and he should retire. The first time in 21 years, LeBron James is not named an all-star starter. And guess what? It finally makes sense. Because no one's talking about this, but before the LeBron fans start bitching and crying, this season alone, we're watching a guy that picks his spots, doesn't play defense, disappears for stretches, but because the name is LeBron James, just pretend it's still 2018 again. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram keeps bragging about the 25-point game. Cool, but how many of those points are in garbage time? How many are momentum killers?
They noticed the energy shift. They saw the offense flow smoother without him. When it came time to vote, they made their feelings known. Now, here's where it gets interesting. LeBron's biggest mistake this season might not even be on the court. It's his silence regarding retirement. This should have been the farewell tour. If he had just announced this was his last ride, the votes would have flooded in. Every arena would have given him standing ovations. Every team would have played tribute videos. The league would have turned the All-Star game into a massive LeBron celebration. But instead, he stayed quiet, kept everyone guessing, and completely lost the moment. That is the part that stings the most. LeBron's story could have ended with fireworks. Instead, it's fading out quietly while the next generation takes over. The All-Star game should have been his coronation, his victory lap, but he blew it. Why? Because the Lakers didn't offer him the extension he wanted, and he took it personally. Instead of a graceful exit, he decided to opt into his $52 million player option and coast through the season like it's just another paycheck. Zero effort, no defense, barely jogging back in transition, and yucking it up with opponents while his own team gets cooked.
LeBron James, the self-proclaimed king. What LeBron James has been the king of has never really been specified. Whatever kingdom he was presiding over, the self-proclaimed king is now better known as the dethroned king. But last week, LeBron James posted this message on Instagram. Whether you love me or hate me, you will remember me, peasants. LeBron James is absolutely right. He will damn sure be remembered, but that does not mean he will be remembered fondly. Just because LeBron will be remembered, it doesn't mean he will be missed.
This version of LeBron has delivered one of the most checked out seasons we've ever seen from a superstar. Fans aren't stupid. They can tell when a player stops caring. And this year, they refuse to reward that laziness just because of a big name. That's why he's on the bench for the All-Star game. Now, let's look at who actually earned those spots, because this matters.
Luka Doncic.
Luka the Don.
Yeah.
I mean, here's a guy who obviously knows how to put the ball in the basket. The Lakers are playing pretty good basketball, particularly when he's on the basketball court. So, with him on the court, Tracy McGrady.
I'm gonna let you live.
So with that being said, we knew popularity, ability, and everything that comes with
leading the league in scoring.
Yeah.
They are leading their teams, dropping crazy numbers, and showing up when it counts. Meanwhile, LeBron is out here skipping games, treating defense like it's optional, and acting like his name alone should carry him. Newsflash, it isn't happening this year. The fans finally looked at the situation and said, nah, we're good. And man, the comments coming from LeBron's fan base, absolute comedy. One person actually typed out, yeah, but he's still my handsome king. Handsome king? We are talking about basketball performance, not a modeling contest. This fan base is living in total denial, acting like reality doesn't apply to their favorite player. Then you had another person claiming SGA ain't better than LeBron. I refuse to believe it. Refuse to believe what? Exactly. The stats, the wins. The fact that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out here cooking the entire league, playing both ends of the floor, and leading his team while LeBron's Lakers are falling apart, that isn't hate. That is the cold, hard truth. But of course, LeBron stans would rather live in a fantasy world than accept the obvious. And then came the next major meltdown. People were crying about Steph Curry getting voted in over LeBron. Really? Let's keep it real here. Curry is still elite. His team wins when he plays. He is box office entertainment every single night. And fans actually love watching him play. That is the difference. People tune in to see Steph light it up. LeBron's games lately, they feel more like background noise. But here is the wildest twist of all. While LeBron was getting snubbed, Bronny James somehow got votes too. You heard that right. According to reports, Bronny received 2 player votes and over 62,000 fan votes. 62,000 people voted for a rookie averaging less than 1 point per game, who barely steps on the court except in garbage time. That isn't support. That is a flat-out joke. 2 actual NBA players voted for Bronny to start in the All-Star game. Who could that possibly be? Let's be real. One has got to be LeBron himself, and the other is probably some troll or someone doing LeBron a massive favor, because there is no way anyone can justify that with basketball logic. Bronny isn't even a regular rotation player on a Lakers team that is struggling to stay relevant. And that is the sad part. This is what LeBron and his army of fans have turned the NBA into. A circus where merit doesn't matter and everything is about clout, narratives, and the family name. The fact that Bronny received any votes at all is flat out embarrassing for the league. It makes the whole all-star process look like a popularity contest instead of a reward for excellence. And you know what is even more ironic? LeBron has been disrespecting All-Star Weekend for years, acting too cool for the dunk contest, showing up half engaged, and treating it like a photo shoot instead of a celebration of the game. Now, the same event he has neglected is turning its back on him, and fans are here for it. 2 years ago, the All-Star game got so bad that even Hall of Famers had to step in at halftime and beg players to actually try. Imagine that. Legends of the game walking into the locker room just to plead for a little effort. And what did LeBron do? He hit them with the side eye and walked right back out like, not my problem. That was the energy. Zero care, zero pride. Then last year, he took it to a whole new level. He didn't show up for any of the weekend events, didn't engage with the fans, nothing. He finally appeared on Sunday and, out of nowhere, announced he wasn't playing in the game. No heads up, no warning, no respect for the fans who spent serious money just to see him in person. He just showed up, shrugged, and said, nah, I'm good. And the craziest part? There were reports unconfirmed but spicy that the real reason he refused to play was because the league didn't include Bronny in the Rising Stars game. So apparently, LeBron threw a quiet tantrum and sat out in protest. Whether that is true or not, one thing is obvious. LeBron only shows up for All-Star Weekend when there is something in it for him. If it isn't about his brand, his narrative, or his family, he checks out. So why would fans keep rewarding that energy? Why vote for someone who acts like the event is beneath him? This year, fans said, we have had enough. And the NBA probably agreed. Let's be honest. When you spend years disrespecting the league's biggest showcase, when you turn all-star games into lazy pickup runs, when you make it clear that your personal agenda matters more than the sport itself, eventually the league stops protecting you. LeBron thought his name alone would always guarantee him a spot, but not anymore. This year, he is headed to All-Star Weekend as a reserve, coming off the bench. That is poetic justice because that is exactly what he has become. A player coasting on reputation while the new generation runs the show. Victor Wembanyama is the future. Luka Doncic is the present. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is proving he is one of the coldest two-way players in the league. These are the names fans want to see now, not a 40-year-old jogging through defense like he is trying to stay out of witness protection. And here's what really drives the point home. If LeBron had just announced his retirement, this whole thing would have gone differently. Fans would have flooded the votes to honor him. It would have been a farewell celebration, a sentimental goodbye moment for one of the greatest careers ever. But he didn't do that. Instead, he is dangling the maybe I'll play another year narrative, clearly eyeing another paycheck with whatever team will take him and Bronny. So, fans treated this season like any other and voted based on performance. And let's be honest, based on performance, LeBron didn't deserve it. He isn't a top 10 player this season. The Lakers actually play better without him on the floor. His energy is off. His defense is invisible. And half the time he is walking instead of running. Why would anyone vote for that? Fans are finally being honest. And LeBron supporters can't handle it. The excuses coming from LeBron's camp are wild. They are blaming casuals, blaming algorithms, blaming anything except the reality that their guy just isn't earning it anymore. It is classic denial. The same nothing is his fault mentality that has been there for years. Meanwhile, the changing of the guard is unfolding right before our eyes. Victor Wembanyama, just 20 years old, is already one of the most impactful players in basketball. He plays hard every night. He defends. He competes like it matters. That is what fans respect. That is who deserves to start All-Star games. Someone who actually gives a damn about winning. And here is what is wild. Wemby might be the one to save the All-Star game. He is that competitive, that driven, that unwilling to coast. If he brings that same energy to All-Star Weekend and gets the others to follow his lead, we might finally see an actual game again, not just a highlight reel of dunks and half-speed defense. And if that happens, it would be the ultimate insult to LeBron. The All-Star game becoming exciting and competitive again the first year he isn't a starter, that symbolism would be too perfect. The league moving on, the next generation restoring the energy he helped kill. And let's not ignore this. Steph Curry getting more votes than LeBron this year says a lot. Curry is 36, banged up, and playing for a struggling Warriors team. And he still pulled more fan support. That tells you all you need to know. People still love watching Steph, even past his prime. He is fun, he is joyful, and he hasn't burned fans out the way LeBron has. Despite LeBron's massive follower count, hundreds of millions across social media, it doesn't translate to real love or engagement anymore because followers don't mean fans. You can't fake a genuine connection. And right now, Curry, Luka, and Wemby have what LeBron has lost, the fans' hearts. LeBron's massive social media following is mostly smoke and mirrors, full of bots, casuals, and people who hit follow a decade ago and haven't watched a game since. Meanwhile, Steph Curry's fan base is real. They are loyal, active, and actually show up when it matters. This all-star snub isn't just a one-time thing. It is the first domino to fall. Next year, if LeBron is still around, he might not even make the all-star team at all. The message from fans couldn't be louder. We are done rewarding nostalgia. No more participation trophies for past greatness. If you want that spotlight again, earn it with today's performance. But LeBron can't do that anymore. He is 40. His body is wearing down. His energy just isn't there. The effort is embarrassing, the defense is non-existent, and younger players have flat out passed him by. The game has officially passed him by, and no amount of denial from his camp or his stands can change that fact. So go ahead and have a blast this weekend, Bron. Get cozy riding the pine while the new guard takes over the heavy lifting. We are talking about Wemby, Luka, S, G, A, and the rest of the young guns owning the floor now. Watch from the sidelines as the arena erupts for the new blood instead of you. Do not call it hate, call it the bill coming due. This is payback for years of load management and sleepwalking through plays like your presence was a gift. The fans sent a message loud enough to shake the rafters. You are not him anymore. The days of rubber stamping you into the starting lineup are over. No more legacy passes just because of the name on the back of your jersey. We have turned the page to an era where hustle and grit mean more than past glory. Getting bumped from the starting five after 21 consecutive years is not just a footnote. It is a massive reality check on his current standing. He is over the hill, picking his spots, and looking distinctly mortal for the first time. The crowd is not buying the brand anymore. They want raw intensity, not celebrity status. If you are sick of the mainstream glazing and want straight hoops talk, smash that like, sound off in the comments, and subscribe for more raw analysis. Catch you guys on the next broadcast.